One of the plainest filters of all is probably the straight ND or the neutral density filter. But while it may look a bit ordinary, it's actually extraordinary in what it can do for your pictures. In fact, this ProND filter from Hoya is the key to a lot of creative photography, and it really is a must-have for your camera bag. Its sole function is to reduce the amount of light reaching the camera sensor. This means you can turn a standard shot into something much more atmospheric, with the stream water transformed into a misty blur. You can also use an ND filter when shooting shallow focus portraits in very bright daylight, or if you're using a flash gun or studio lights. A good ND will literally be neutral, so there is no colour cast caused by its coating. Hoya is the biggest optical glass manufacturer in the world, and with the Hoya ProND you get AccuND coating on both sides of the optical glass, so image quality is unaffected. To use it, just screw the low profile aluminium ring onto the front of the lens, and once safely attached, it's not going to fall off. Something that really counts for a lot when you're shooting from a cliff top or knee deep in water. Plus, you don't get any water spray or dust creeping onto the back of the filter because it's sealed tight to the lens itself. Once in place, just shoot as normal. It's only going to reduce your shutter speed and help you take the creative shots you want. I'm going to use the Hoya ProND 16 filter to photograph this scene. It's quite bright today, and to get that lovely creamy look to the water, I need to control the light, because even at f16 and ISO 100, my shutter speed is still too fast. It's actually freezing the motion rather than creatively blurring it. With the filter screwed onto the front of the lens, I can now achieve a shutter speed of just 2 seconds, which I know from experience is slow enough to get the right amount of movement from the water as it flows around these rocks. Of course, I'm working on a sturdy tripod and using a cable release to fire the shutter, because at speeds this slow, I can't run the risk of unwanted camera shake ruining the shot. I like what I'm getting here, but if I did need a different ND filter, then I have 9 strengths to choose from in the Hoya ProND lineup. They're also available in a range of popular sizes that can be matched to the filter fit of your optic, and you'll find this size written on your lens. In terms of density, the standard ND4 to ND64 is simply 1 stop stronger each time. So if ND4 holds back 2 stops, then ND64 holds back 6 stops. There are also stronger density filters in the Hoya ProND range, right up to ND1000, which holds back a whopping 10 stops of light. The important thing to remember is, the bigger the number, the darker it gets, and the longer your exposure time will be.